What's up, all you beautiful people? It's yeah, boy, the Vuvuzela. It is a Monday. It is a new week of FM Manager Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you guys are having a good week already so far. We're moving into the business end of the season, and we got League Cup final coming up. A League Cup final, some Premier League games. All to play for Champions League games, actually, not Premier League games, Champions League games. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, tell your friends, parents, grandparents, and lovers to run that intro. Welcome back, folks. We've got some cup action for you guys. It's a big one for us. It's a cup final. It is a cup final. We're taking on Chelsea in the League Cup final. A Chelsea team doing very well in the Premier League, doing fairly well in the Champions League. Or are they out of the Champions? No, they're in the next round of the Champions League as well. They're also in the FA Cup. They're doing quite well. You can see they've been on a good run of form, except for the loss to West Ham and United. They haven't lost a game in quite some time. You can see that, right? So it is a big one for us. We do play our sort of reserve team with the League Cup, and I'm sticking to that format. And then elsewhere, we're coming back for those Champions League games. So I'm going to skip the Luton and Leeds game in the FA Cup and Premier League. And then we go to the two Champions League games. Don't know who we're playing yet, but we'll find out in due course for those two games. Like I said, we're taking on Chelsea. Of course, since the last time out, we beat Bournemouth. What am I saying? We beat Bournemouth 3-0 in that last game. Obviously, the loss to Brighton. We've only played 3 games since then. A win against Leicester City in the first leg of the FA Cup, League Cup, beating them 2-0. I had to bring on the substitutes in Eloquim, Dixon, Vida, and Hunt to try and get us a result, and Eloquim and Vida picked up those results. Against Tottenham, not a great result, 1-0 loss. It's Kevin Serrano scoring the 36th minute goal. We just couldn't do anything. We really tried. I tried to rotate, I tried to move, didn't work. And then we drew with Leicester, a bit lucky on this one because they did miss a penalty in this one late in the game. Could have won it for us. Pinto missed his penalty, which gave us the opportunity to go through 4-2 on aggregate. I suppose even if they scored a penalty, we still would have gone through thanks to Vida and Eloquim yet again coming off the bench to make the difference. They might be the difference makers in this one as well, taking on Chelsea in the EFL Cup final. They don't have Mugen, who's suspended, and Haley is out with a torn hamstring. We're going to the game straight away. This is the team that is starting the game. This is the starting 11. Like I said, it is a fairly rotated squad, bar 2 members that you've probably seen quite often. Iglesias will be in goals. My lights just decided to go. Nope, not working today. Let's try that again. There we go. Right, like I said, Iglesias in goals. Gross, Beedling, and Smart will be the 3 defenders starting off in the team. San Roman on the wing-back position. Mooney, Albrighton, Porritt will come on the left-hand side. Lower, Saubin, and Barroso up front. I do have the likes of Eloquim and Vito, who've been the heroes in the last 2 league games. League games for us. Dixon, Hunt, Larkin, Ferreira, Yaya, and Eloquim and Fisher all on the bench. Like I mentioned earlier, it's time to get to the game. Taking on Chelsea at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final. Right, kickoff is underway, and this narrow formation that Chelsea love to play, the 4-2-2-2 formation, does kind of help us a little bit with the wing play, although they do tend to overload the midfield quite a bit, and Vaquez with the shot over the top, showing the intent quite early. There's a lot to do for Mooney and Albrighton, playing down the middle with Beedling, Smart, and Gross. Basically 7 defenders trying to just contain this Chelsea team moving forward. Is that a goal? What happened? They just skipped the highlight. It's been disallowed, whatever it was. They didn't even show, it was a free kick, but they didn't even show the free kick. I mean, was he offside? Probably. Okay, well, that was weird. Didn't even show us the attempt on goal. They just showed us them celebrating, which was fairly odd. I don't understand. I really, really don't understand. But anyway, we haven't been involved in this game too much yet, trying to get hold of possession. It is 42-58 around there. Haven't had a single shot in the game yet. They really are shutting us out, dominating that midfield a little bit, switching players around, trying to do something. We need to do something because it's been a pretty boring first half for a final. We have not been in this game at all. Alves now, just before the stroke of half-time. Chelsea lose possession. They get it back with Nicoletti. Goes for the long-range effort. And Iglesias gets a hand to it to go for the corner. There's 1 minute of extra time. Vite Roque goes to near post. Smart will clear that, and that will be the end of the half. We have been absolutely poor. Look at that. 0 shots, 0 on target, no XG, 0 off target, just nothing. We haven't been involved in this game at all. Do I need to change something here? Do I need to just... We played it with the wing already, so... I mean, I'm focusing very wide already. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to yell at the team, tell them to do better. Maybe something triggers in their little noggins and they start pushing a little bit harder. Vite Roque with the corner. It's very reminiscent of the Tottenham game that I played earlier. It's pretty much been Chelsea all the way, and it just seems like we're not getting any sort of break at all. Question is, do I switch to the other tactic, which I've done already once or twice. I did it in the Leeds game, Leicester game rather, and it worked there. We scored 2 goals in the 60th minute. I might do that again, depending on what happens here. Nicoletti goes near the near post. Vite Roque with a shot, and a great, it was offside anyway, but it was a good save from Iglesias there. We haven't had a single shot, guys. All right, I'm going to switch things up. I'm going to go to the other tactic. We're going to go with 2 strikers up front. I'm going to switch to this, which means there will be some sacrifices needing to make, and unfortunately, Beedling will be the man, although he's playing quite well. Smart will be the guy to make that sacrifice. Sam Hunt will come on there. Elsewhere, Shalbin not playing well. Vida come in. San Roman not playing well either. Eloquim come in there. We'll do those 3 swaps for now. Those 2 can stay as is. Lower not looking very fit. We do have Alec Power on the bench as well. Dixon is there, Ferreira is there, Larkin is there. I can bring them all on, or those 3 at least, or 2 of those 3. But we'll do those 3 swaps for now. Let's see if that changes anything. Switching a little bit of formation, trying to just do something. Lower to Vida. This is already positive. Vida with the first shot. And the keeper makes a save. Restus with a good save there. First time we're really coming to life in this game. Vida looking for Eloquim. A good save from Restus again. More pressure now. Vida. The change in tactics seems to be positive. Looking for the back post to Gross. Can't find Gross. Albrighton can bring it back in. Goes to the back post looking for Hunt. Lobs it over. Never going to hit the target from that range. And that was our first 2 shots, by the way. And first 2 shots on target as well, which is good. It's positive. It's positive, but they've got another free kick now. Vasquez going for the back post there. Iglesias with a great save, and he's really coming into his own. Iglesias there. He's become a very, very good cup goalkeeper for us. Nato this time hits the cross. In fact, Iglesias got a hand to that one as well. Push it onto the crossbar. Vite Roque with another corner for Chelsea. Goes to the near post this time, and this time Misuadi can't hit the target. Vida with the corner, looking for Eloquim at the near post. Couldn't find him. He's got a second opportunity with Albrighton now, recycling the ball to the back post. Lower couldn't get the header in. Eloquim going to play it back. Looking for options now. Gross, who stayed up front from the corner. He's moving back into position now. Eloquim, though, has some space. Tried to feed in Hunt. Couldn't find Hunt. Finds him the second time of asking. Hunt this time brings it back to Mooney. Albrighton with a long-range effort. What a goal. What a time to score your first ever Liverpool goal. That is amazing from the 18-year-old. What an opportunity for Albrighton there. Leighton Albrighton, remember the name. What a finish. We're leading against Chelsea, against the run of play, really. We have been the worst out of the two teams, but somehow we find ourselves ahead at Wembley. Leighton Albrighton with the winner so far. We're going to make some more swaps. Lower not looking 100% fit. He can come off Alec Power. Mooney on a yellow card does make me a little bit nervous. Pereira can come on there. Those are the last two subs that we have in our arsenal. Now it's just a moment of holding on and resisting this Chelsea onslaught that has been. But we are coming back into the game now. Masoudi, though. Chelsea have an opportunity. Nicoletti goes all the way back to Masoudi. Muria looking for Vite Roque, a former Liverpool man. Gets dispossessed by Eloquim. Finds Hunt in a good position. Barroso was almost through on there. But now what it's done is left a little bit of a gap for Chelsea. Fernandez Nato has some space, takes the shot, hits the crossbar. We got lucky there. I know it's just the League Cup, but it is a trophy that we can win and really just, boost up the season a little bit. Byron gives it away to Albrighton. Hunt has Barroso ahead. He is in offside position at the moment. Couldn't pass the ball there. He just overshot his run, but Hunt has maybe got it through. But Byron back to defend well. Restus goes long. Picks up Eloquim in a bad position because now Vasquez is through one-on-one with Iglesias. But what defending from Beedling. The England international showing his worth really has improved since switching formations. He has become a powerhouse in the defense. And from one end to the other, Ferreira cuts through. Diego Ferreira seals it for Liverpool. We're going to be League Cup champions yet again. A beautiful end-to-end stuff here. Hunt, a beautiful pass to Eloquim. To Power, sorry. He saw the ball through for Ferreira. One-on-one with the keeper. He only had one thing in his mind, and that's to score the second for Liverpool. We have been a completely different team in the second half. We have really just shot up and putting our stamp on this game, but it's not over yet. Chelsea still have enough time for a comeback with Nicoletti trying to cut through. Iglesias with another top save. He has really saved us on so many occasions in this game already. Vasquez's long-range effort goes over the top. 22 shots from Chelsea, 7 saves from Iglesias. That is incredible stuff. And somehow it's not over yet with 2 minutes left on the clock. Iglesias should pick this up and just run the clock down, buddy. Just take your time, run it down. I haven't put the time wasting on thing. I just want him to take his time, look for options. Goes long. Vasquez now has opportunity. We overcommitted a little bit there with our defense, and that was a poor shot from Neto. We're doing well, guys. Our midfield has really helped us a lot, and we are League Cup champions. Finally winning another trophy with Liverpool. It's been a while. We won the League Cup, obviously. I don't think we won the League Cup. I think this might be our first trophy with Liverpool. I need to go check that. Did we win the League Cup or the FA Cup? I think we won the FA Cup. Oh, but anyway, we are lifting the League Cup trophy. The Carabao Cup will be lifted by our captain. Is that our captain? I can't see you. I don't know their faces in the match engine. But we have won the League Cup. We have won a trophy. Our first trophy in quite some time, I might add, as a manager. We won a couple with Porto, obviously. I think we won one with Liverpool. I need to go double check that. But a victory nonetheless. We are League Cup champions for another season at least. And that is a terrific result. Hopefully a result that can boost our fight for that title. Let's just have a look as manager. Liverpool. I won 2 trophies with Liverpool. I won the Europa Conference League and the Carabao Cup. So I have won the League Cup before. There we go. My 3rd trophy with Liverpool. My 2nd Carabao Cup with Liverpool. Fantastic little result. We get some money. Brilliant. Iglesias on brilliant form. 9 saves in total in that game. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, son. Well done. In terms of our next game, like I said, taking on Luton and Leeds, and then we're going for some Champions League football. Coming back for those 2 games. We're back And we're on the Jupiler Pro League, not Jupiter, Jupiler Pro League, the Belgian League. And the reason we're there, we're taking on KRC Genk, Racing Club Genk, right in the mix. Very good team, did very well in the Champions League knockout phase that beat Porto in their phrase. So clearly a good team to take on. Their league is almost done as well. They've only got 2 games left in their league. And, well, they're 1 point behind Club Brugge in second place. So it's not going to be an easy game for us. 2 Genk games coming up. This is the team that's going to start the first game. Fisher in goals, Gross, Beedling, Yaya, Ilequim, Ferreira, Dixon, Larkin, Aloha, Vida, and Hunt. In terms of our other results that we had in the FA Cup, we dispatched of Luton 3-1. We were early up, 2-0 up. They pulled one back. Mooney got the third in the 78th minute. And then most recently beating Leeds United 2-1. We missed a penalty in this one, and they scored in the 96th minute. San Roman picked up a minor knock, so he won't be featuring in the starting lineup. He is out on the bench. Other news, Amuda and Yamin Yamal are just 3 weeks away from being full fitness. Probably will come back towards the end of the season. It says 3 weeks. I normally judge it about 2 months from that because they've still got to get to full fitness. So if we look at the lineup, probably coming back around Leicester, Aston Villa, around there. I'm assuming maybe even a bit later, depending on their fitness levels and all that. But this is the team. Let's take on Genk. We're playing in Belgium for the first game of the knockout phases. And it's a game that we need to win. We want to go deep in the Champions League. I want to get to the quarterfinals, maybe even semi-finals this season, possibly even the finals. We're going to keep pushing it high and high, obviously, up. Going to the Genk Arena. Let's go to the game. Genk is a very, very good team, not to be underestimated with the way they perform. They're going for goal immediately in the first 2 minutes of the game, putting the intentions quite clear. But we've got a free kick now, back post to Gross. And just over in Changanse's goal. Is that a South African goalkeeper, Changanse? We'll check in a bit. Aloha with the corner. Going near to Ilequim. Can't find Ilequim. Vida picks it up on that right-hand side. Going, finding Aloha. Picking up Aloha. Takes a shot back to Vida. Oh, sorry about that. Hits the crossbar. That cough got me out of nowhere. Got a little tear in my eye. He's a Belgium-South African goalkeeper, and he's actually very, very good. He's the one that we scouted. We haven't scouted him fully. Let's scout this guy. He looks very good. Possible replacement for Fisher if he does leave in the summer. Of course, Bayern and PSG and Arsenal all still interested in Fisher. 133 million is the price tag for Fisher, which is, I'm not going a penny lower than that. If anybody wants him, that's the price they pay. We do have Iglesias who could potentially be a good replacement for Fisher. Although I feel like Iglesias needs a little bit more development as a backup cup goalkeeper. I realize Champions League is a cup competition, but a little bit of a step above, I think, for cup competition, if you know what I mean. Nothing much is happening in the rest of the first half, rather. Been a pretty much even Stevens result at the moment. Ilequim with the long throw, looking to get it into the box, finds Beedling in the box. Pulls back to Ferreira, back to Dixon. Just wide. And that is probably our best attempt we've had at goal at the moment. Maybe Vida's shot off the crossbar was probably a little bit closer. Ilequim with another long throw, looking for Gross. Can't find Gross. Picks back to Ilequim, back to Beedling. Takes the long-range effort. And the goalkeeper not doing his bit there to prove to me that he could be potentially a first-team goalkeeper for us. Ilequim's header can't find the ball. Dixon back to Vida, might be offside, pulls it back. He is offside. And that'll be the end of that. First half, not looking great, I won't lie. It's been a bit poor. A little bit poor. We have been the slightly better team. Going to shot at the players to do a little bit better. We need to do a lot better in the second half. Well, much like the previous games, nothing happened in the second half. 60 minutes in, I am going to switch up the tactic. Going for this one just to change things up, maybe get a little bit more movement in the team. Yaya will be the one to be sacrificed for Barroso to come in there. Also, if Vida not playing great, Shalbin can come in there for him. I'll just make those two swaps for now. Let's see if it just impacts the team a little bit. Vida has been a little bit outplayed in this game so far. Sanchez now for Genk, pushing it forward, pushing the ball nicely to the wide with Arajo looking to get the cross in, finds the cross in, and Kambamba heads it well over the top. That's their first real attempt that they've had on goal. And we're struggling a little bit, hey? I won't lie. I'm a little bit worried that we haven't really tested the goalkeeper yet. You've had two maybe good shots and one questionable one from Beedling that he spilled. Other than that, you haven't really tested him much. Hunt now finds Eloquim with some space on the wing, cuts inside. Ferreira shot, skyrocketing. And there's another goal kick, this time trying to find one of his own men, and he does find his own men, but Beedling wins the second ball. Hunt trying to find options, goes back to Larkin. Dixon, good ball through, trying to find Hunt, couldn't find him. Second attempt, finds Hunt. Barroso's in. It's 1-0. Well, against the run of play a little bit, Barroso found his way in. He wants to leave the club. He wants more opportunities. We haven't really played him much this season, and he's been a bit upset. He's come in today from questionable. I think he was slightly offside there from the initial header, but Barroso puts it in the back of the net. 1-0 to Liverpool. Still not convincingly confident going into the second leg. Let's make some more swaps. Dixon not playing great at the moment. We'll bring on Albrighton. You know what? Sacco can come in there. We'll bring in Sacco. Ferreira also very tired. I'm going to bring in Albrighton for Ferreira. Let's just swap those two around. Elsewhere, we're doing okay. I think that's it for now. Just those swaps. Defense, we're not doing great, but I mean, they haven't had much to really boost up those stats, you know. So it's been a bit quiet from their aspect. Another free kick for them, and this time it doesn't find their mark again, but the second ball does with Clark. Company to Lamare. Lamare goes down to the wing looking for options. Emeka trying to bring in good tackle from Albrighton to dispossess the midfielder. And now Hunt is through. He's got some players in the box to pick from. He goes to the near post, finding Barroso, couldn't turn and shoot. Back to Hunt. Albrighton just whistles over the top bar there. A little bit better since we've changed the tactic. It is something that I have been using, is just to switch up. Play a little bit defensively in the beginning, get a foothold in the game, and if we need goals, we can always switch to this. This is what I've done. Sacco to Larkin. A little bit of up the tempo type thing. Hunt, I think, was offside there, but it doesn't matter because the shot was wide. Not hitting the target as often as I like in this one. 14 shots, only 2 on target. Just 1-0. It's going to be a very, very nervy return leg at Anfield with just the 1-goal lead. Possibly if we can score a second now, that will make things a little bit better for me. But if Genk come back and score a goal, that could be even worse. But we've managed to deal with the problems with Gross defending very well. Alua goes across to Barroso, who's got options in the box. Finding one of them in Hunt, pulls it back. Sacco with the shot, ricocheted off the bar, and Sam Hunt picks up another goal in the competition. Questions over offside. VAR is checking it. They've given the goal. I didn't think it was anywhere near offside. Barroso's shot, Barroso's cross rather to Hunt. Then there's Sacco. It came off Al-Hanach in the end. I think the keeper actually got a hand to it. Charbin couldn't get the touch in, but Hunt was there to pop it into the back of the net. 2-0, a little bit more confidence going into Anfield. Feeling a little bit better after that. Good result from the team. Good setting for the Champions League next round. Possibly moving in. We've got Crystal Palace to deal with in the interim. We're coming back for the second Champions League game. Right, ladies and gents, we're back for the Genk game. We beat Crystal Palace in the game in between, beating them 3-0 in that game. The goals thanks to Hunt, Power, and Vida. Gross picked up an injury. It's another long-term injury. He's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, not great. So with that means Gross is now out for the rest of the season. 5 months. Probably will be back at the end of preseason next season. But yeah, that means that Lefavre comes back to the squad with Beedling and Yaya being the 3 centre-backs. Beedling will go into the middle, Yaya on the left, Lefavre on the right. Eloquim, Ferreira, Dixon, Larkin, Vida, Power, and Hunt. will all start. Lower can actually come in for power. We'll bring in Lower. He is fully fit again to play. He was slightly... he had a food poisoning, I think it was. Or was it? No, it was a cold. It was a cold. He was out for 1 to 2 days, which is why Power played in that game. Our injuries are stacking up. Like I said, Lamine Yamal and Amuda out for another 10 days or so. So probably won't be back anytime soon. With that being said, this is the game. We're playing at Anfield. We've got a 2-0 lead. And we start off the action early on in this half. 4 minutes in. Cross from Genk was saved by Fisher. And it's let Lower through on goal. Has the opportunity, takes the shot. And pulls it just wide of the Genk goal. Our first real attempt. Lower Field should be doing a little bit better. He hasn't played exceptionally well since the Amuda injury. Him and Power have been sort of switching fairly often. I thought Lower, this was his opportunity to step up. Hasn't really. Kappen is through on goal. Kappen takes the shot. He hits the crossbar. It was offside anyway, so that won't count. But it is an early sign from Genk that they're not here to just roll over. A 2-0 lead is a dangerous lead, as they always say in football. But Hunt here can make it a 3-0 lead with the free kick. Goes for goal and just over the top. Hunt has actually been training his free kicks to try and get a little bit more. Since Skov left, we haven't really had a proper free kick taker. Amuda being injured for most of them, and Lamine Yamal, the other two regular free kick takers, both injured, so had to make a plan there. Hunt was probably the best. Him and Ferreira both training a little bit extra for free kick. Lefave moves now forward, or sideways rather, to Beedling. He goes back to Lefave. He's got Eloquim on the right-hand side. Doesn't choose Eloquim. Goes back instead. Just passing the ball around the midfield, trying to find that gap. And there's the gap. Dixon is through for Hunt. And what a finish. His 40th goal of the season. There's one man that we've relied on a lot this season. It is Sam Hunt. Beautiful little pass here from Dixon to pick Sam Hunt. Timed his run absolutely perfect. We've seen time and time again how he loves to do that run. Again, the goalkeeper animations in the match ending are just shocking. Keeper didn't even dive the right way. Didn't even make the right choice there. It was just shocking. I really don't understand these things. But 3-0 up on aggregate is very, very confident. Eloquim now crosses deep for Lefave. Trying to get in and gets a penalty. It was a push. Referee is running over to the monitor because why not? Why not just waste our time, Football Manager? Probably a penalty. Having a look, taking his time, wants to make sure it's correct. Gives the penalty like I thought he would. And stepping up for the penalty kicks is going to be, I think it's Ferreira who steps up now because Lamine is injured. Ferreira steps up. Ferreira scores another penalty. 12th goal of the season for Ferreira. Beautifully done. Scoring goals has never really been our issue. Our issue this season has been just defensively. And since we've switched to the 3-man defense, statistically, we've been better in defense. The likes of Beedling, Yaya, and even Lefave have really stepped up. Losing Gross is a bit of a big one. Hunt to Vida in a good space. Couldn't turn and shoot. Back to Hunt. Ooh, what a goal. That was good. And second of the game, third for Liverpool, fifth overall in aggregate. Vida couldn't take the shot, found Hunt in some good space, one-time shot, took a wicked deflection. I think the original shot was actually going a little bit wide, and the deflection helped it into the back of the net. 3-0 up at halftime is a perfect result. Let's move on to the second half. I'm going to praise the guys. I think they've done a great number of shots. Happy with the team. 13 shots in that first half, 6 on target. Much better performance in the home leg against Genk. Eloquim with a long throw to Yaya. Back to Eloquim, looking for Dixon on the back post. Couldn't find Dixon. Yaya has the recycled ball though. Vida with a little loopy shot. And it hit the upright to deny Vida a wonder goal, really. This is the perfect game to make some subs now soon, just to rest some players. We've got Chelsea coming up in the FA Cup quarter-final. Team that we know is difficult to break down. And this is the point now where we make these swaps. Larkin not playing great. Part can come in there. We're going to rest him up. Dixon going to rest him up for or Brighton. Elsewhere, who else is looking a little bit tired? You know what, Sam Hunt. I'll leave him on for a little bit longer. Zhao Bin come in for Larkin, for Vida, rather. Elequim looking a little bit tired. We'll bring on San Roman. We'll keep the last sub just in case something happens. I might give Barroso a little bit of a run up front. Like I said, he's been a bit upset that he hasn't been playing football. So if he can come in and score a couple of goals, that would be absolutely fantastic. Barroso is probably one of the strikers that will probably leave next season. Jorginho with the shot and a good save from Fisher. His first save of the game, or second save technically. He saved the cross in the first few minutes. Jorginho going to the near post. Can't find there. Lefavre. Clark. Matos with the shot and an easy save for Fisher in the end. I'm actually happy with the way we've played. They're putting on a little bit of pressure now with the subs coming in for them, and this time it heads it over the top. Genk getting a little bit of momentum, which is, I suppose, okay. We are 5-0 up. I'm not too worried about that. Hunt has run his race. We're going to give him a rest, give him a standing ovation after that result. Barroso come in there, praise him on his amazing performance. Hunt, 41 goals this season. Cannot be underestimated how good he has been. With the absence of Lamine Yamal, he has really, really stepped up. And one of the biggest reasons that I switched to this tactic as well is that we just didn't have, Karatikos and Barroso are very good strikers. We just didn't have that impact that Yamal has when it comes to the two-man striker. Aloha cuts back to Zhao Bin, takes the shot. That's his third of the season. Zhao Bin, the Chinese international, with a cracker of a goal. Don't forget, he's only 18 years of age, and that is brilliant to see from the Chinaman. Good little shot here, and a beautiful straight down the middle strike. 4-0 just before the end of the game. 6-0 in aggregate. 100% happy. I'm ecstatic. We're going to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Can't ask for much more than that. That is brilliant stuff. Elsewhere, PSG knocking out Man City, Napoli knocking out Benfica, and Arsenal knocking out Milan. So the 2 out of the 3 English teams have made it through to the quarterfinals in this side. Don't think there is any other. Manchester United made it through. Chelsea made it through as well. All the English teams except Man City have made it through to the next round. 4 English teams. Elsewhere, Napoli, Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, PSG, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United. And of course, us will go to the quarterfinals. Static times. Brilliant to see. Man of the match goes to Hunt. Brilliantly done. 2 extremely good goals. No shocks in the Champions League. In terms of when we're coming back, we've got Champions League quarterfinals in a bit. I'm not going to do the Chelsea game. We've seen Chelsea a few times this season. We win, we win. We lose, we lose. I'm going to play it by ear. But I think we're coming back for the quarterfinal in the Champions League. I think those will be 2 games. You know what? I might even throw Fulham in there between the 2 games. Let's see how it goes. Well, great results. We League Cup champions again. That's another trophy to add to the cabinet. And then doing fairly good in the Champions League. Maybe we should have done a little bit better against Genk. I feel like we should have done better, but we're through. We're through to the next round. That's all that counts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit subscribe. Leave a comment or 2 down below. We'll chat to you guys in a little bit again. From me, your boy the Vaslap. I'm out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.